Hi everyone, this is your July monthly general inspirational tarot reading from yours truly, Sarita Daily. Thank you for joining me. I'd like to tell you also to enjoy your 4th of July if you celebrate that, and also to enjoy your full moon that's coming up. And then there will be also on my website a discovery session that you can schedule with me. So check it out. Go to naturallyhighlife.com. And when you go there on the very first page, you can look at the top tabs. It'll say Create Your Naturally High Life. If you'd like to work with me and schedule a free introductory session with me, then go there so that I can assist and speak with you. I look forward to working with you, and also sign up for the newsletter. And thank you all each month for listening, but also do not forget to listen to your sun, moon, or rising sign. You can find it out online for free if you don't know what your rising sign or your moon sign is. Your sun sign is just your birthday, that astrology sign for that time. So everybody pretty much knows what that one is. But if you're looking for your rising or your moon signs, that'll give you even more dimension and more depth into your reading. And if this particular reading doesn't resonate with you that you're listening to right now, then you can either listen to another one, or you can find out your moon, sun, or rising sign, or just go there if you know it. I always hope that these are extremely helpful to you, and that's about it. I do appreciate you, and like I said before, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for your support. Peace, love, and vibrance this summer, or whatever season it is for you on your side of the world. Let's get started. Scorpio, here's your reading. The month of July for you begins with this message. What are you trying to avoid? What have you been avoiding? What are you procrastinating about? In what area do you see that you can take more action? That is what's coming to me as I'm beginning your reading. In the first position for your reading is the relationship area. And for the relationship area, we have the 5 of Swords. With the 5 of Swords there, as I'm looking at this card, you have 2 people that have fallen, that are kneeling down, that are holding up. One of them is holding up a retreat sign. There's another one who looks like they've fallen completely down, and they have no sign, no flag to hold up. They're laying completely at the ground and they're looking at it. Both of the people behind this man in the card are both standing in front of the 2, and he stands with 5 swords, which he can barely hold, and he holds one up, showing that he feels as though he is perhaps victorious in a situation where it comes to conquering others or conquering a challenge between 2 people, or perhaps more, depending on the type of relationship that you have, or the type of relationship or relationship dynamics you have going on in your life right now. The message with this card coming up shows that be mindful that you are showing care, and be mindful that others are showing care to you. That it's not about being right. That's what the guides are saying, that it's not about being right. It's about balance. And gaining balance doesn't have to do with anyone winning or losing. Love, when you have love and when you have Companionship, when it's harmonious, it's about all parties being fed, all parties being nourished from the conversations, from the exchanges that go on between the people in that companionship. They say, don't celebrate winning against someone who you love unless you all are deliberately playing a game. I see a power struggle in someone's relationship, and that power struggle has to do with someone feeling like they need validation, and they feel like they want and need someone to tell them that what they're doing is good, or that what they're doing and how they behave, they have these supreme virtues. And it stems from a lack of having that with themselves already. This person could be hurt within themselves, and so they could be gaining and pulling their power from others. The positive side to this card is that if you're looking to end a relationship, then this type of energy will definitely help to support that. Someone who is looking to mentally conquer or play mind games with someone in order to get ahead, in order to make themselves seem bigger than what they are, then that surely will lead to an eventual unsuccessful relationship in some way or another, if it hasn't already. They say, instead of looking for conquering, or if this is for someone else that you know, that person needs a reminder that it's not about winning. You don't have to win. And if someone is trying to win the game of love over you, or trying to sway you to think the way they think and be like them, in challenges, they don't play fair. In an argument, you can't talk, you can't be heard. If the person thinks that a conversation is completely got to surround or be all around themselves, then it's not really going to be the most healthy relationship. So let's see what the next card has. It does show, and I didn't even see the card, but it's right here in the future life position. It's showing that what's going on in this relationship or this companionship, it could be even a business thing going on. I see something going on that has to do with work. Maybe it's between a secret love affair or something between two coworkers. And some sort of an argument could have came about, a disagreement. And now in the future, it's saying to definitely use temperance with that situation. Balance the way you speak, balance the way that you say what you say, but sometimes you will need to use more fire or water, but equaling the way that you do it so you don't blast the person completely out of the picture, or they don't do that to you. Sometimes too much water doesn't work well, and sometimes too much fire has the same effect of not working well. You want to balance the elements here. And, as far as extremes, just don't go, it just feels like with this Five of Swords in the first position of relationship, that a person has some extreme situation going on in their life and relationships, and it can be affecting them a whole lot mentally, and it's something that's weighing so heavy on their mind that it is the way the month is going to begin, as it has ended even last month. I see this has been going on for over 6 months though, and could have been a surprise as to how this came about and why it's coming about. But use the water element that you have, that you are, to use temperance to balance things out. All right, with your communication and with dealing with this other person or people. And you'll gain much insight that way. What to use in the future. is in the next position, and we've got the Hangman. And this is showing that it's not really a time to just jump out of the situation or a situation, but stay to learn the lesson without blaming the other person. Once you've done that, once you can see that not one person is more the blame or can carry the weight of any sort of blame more than the other, then it will be time to take the next step, whether that be stay or go. What to use in the future during this month is to see things from a more enlightened way. In fact, this has to do with, if you're looking straight ahead, it could be perhaps just looking into the other direction at something other than what's right in front of you, which you may be perceiving in a way which it is not even happening. Sometimes things can play mind games and mind tricks on us. So maybe you need to focus on something else and look into the other direction too. Because really, you can reach up and untie yourself from the situation at any time you want to. But you'll gain a lot. Many of you will gain a lot by leaving the situation or not leaving the situation until you see what your part is in it, and see what the other people's parts are in it also. I see definitely this has to do with family stuff too. Just wanting to really extremely disconnect from certain family members, because you may not feel like they belong in your life any longer. They don't deserve to have a part of your life. So it's definitely a time to think things over, to think things through, to take your time. So that will lead to the next card, which is in the health position, and it's the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords in the health position is about a new beginning mentally, especially in terms of your emotional health. And I didn't even see this card because I'm reading the other one. But when I see this, it's showing that if you will look at things in a different way, from a different angle, give it a little bit of time, then it's going to start a new effect mentally on you. And it'll be a very positive thing. And you have assistance there. It's divine help. So do open your arms up and embrace this new way of looking at this situation. Yeah, people sometimes can piss you off. They can do some, like I said before in another reading last month or something, sometimes we and other people can do some really foolish things, and it just doesn't add up to us at the time. Later on, if we stick with it, sometimes it can make some sense as to why we're having to deal with certain things. And sometimes this this companionship is as a result of, a compassion, that's what word came next, for something that we're really striving for goal-wise. And this person, they can assist you with getting there. Sure, you have to deal with a lot of other stuff that you don't want to deal with along with it, but it's like having a certain type of job. Sometimes there's a customer, or there's a boss you have to deal with, or that you find yourself dealing with, and the paycheck is really good. The money could be very good, the benefits or whatever, but look at all the other things you have to deal with. Weigh your benefits. What are you getting out of the situation, and what are you giving to the other person, and how are you benefiting? Look at that and see if it's replaceable. Things are replaceable, but game plan, put your ducks in a row. Is saying don't just jump out of there without having a clear vision of what you will do next. Okay, the next position. So yeah, in the health position, again, the Ace of Swords. If you're dealing with some things that seem, or somebody that seems like they have really strong mental illness and they are not getting assistance and help for that, then things can change. But you can change them by the way you're looking at things. Okay, that may keep the person in your life and they may be removed. Because to be with certain people, there has to be some sort of a match in vibration for it to even have happen. So when we change our vibration, then certain people and things leave and come into our lives anyway. So working on yourself is the way to get through a certain challenge that's going on currently with you, okay? The next thing that's happening is in the hopes and fears position, and it's the Two of Pentacles in that position. What is this hopes and fears for you? What are your greatest hopes and fears regarding this time in your life, at this stage in your life? I feel like there are two great options here. There are more options than that, but a couple things stick out more than anything else. When I'm looking at these cards, especially with the options that are that you're aware of right now, and some things may not be apparent to you. This month, things will become a bit more apparent. Why? I'm saying that because you have 3 cards that are back to back, that are pentacles. And all right, so it's showing number 1, the 4 of Pentacles is next. Then the Ace of Pentacles is next. All right, so we're going to talk about those kind of together in a way, because when you're dealing with your hopes and fears right now, it could stem from a fear of being successful, and you wanting to create more finances or to create more abundance in your life could stem from a long-standing fear of leaving certain people behind that are in your life. It could have to do with that. It could have to do with you wanting to do what you do with other people and not wanting to do it alone. It could also have to do with not wanting to just choose between a couple things, but you want to have it all. I'm really seeing that you want to have it all. And as this month unfolds, and as it has happened this particular year, maybe you've been practicing being conservative and not being extreme in what you want. And with you being conservative with what you want, you've noticed some changes have happened into your life, Your dreams have come back more so down to earth. You've brought things down. And so they're going to happen. Whenever I see pentacles, I see things actually coming into manifestation. When I see the Ace of Pentacles card with the position of finances, it's showing me that something new is going to bring finances, or it's going to have an effect on the type of finances or the amount of finances that you're bringing into your life. This could be talking about the current state of your finances too. The current state of your finances and how it's affecting your success, how you feel successful. People say often it is easier to attract money when you already have it. When you feel abundant, then you can keep visualizing that, right? So if you're not feeling as though you've gotten enough money to come in at this time and you want things to move for you, visualize yourself already having what you want, what you need. Visualize yourself being full with it. When I see the success card after hopes and fears, I see a fear, the hopes and fears card before success, showing basically you could be juggling between wanting to do your passion and then wanting to do the thing that's going to bring you in the most money. You could perceive that maybe you wouldn't bring in as much money doing your passion as you would with doing something else that's more widespread, But what if you could have it all? What if you could have both of those things? What if you can marry those two things together and find a way to equally juggle them both in a way that is organized and where you're fulfilling your creative spirit your artistic nature, and the enterprising you, the person who is, like an entrepreneur or someone who just loves, as generally, some of you love to work, but you love doing work when it's something that moves you. And, and if it isn't just moving you, it's got to bring in the money. Or you may be like, why do I need to do this? So keep yourself up and motivated and feeling good. Be encouraged, because the energy of creativity is definitely there for you. And I feel like you're already tapping deep into that. You're working with it. The next card in the next position is in the place of Ancestor. And this is a card that's coming up after finances, which I didn't really talk about the Ace of Pentacles as much, but I'm going to come back and do it because this is like a very fast moving month for you. So it's really pulling me to go forward and read each card, and they're blending. So there will be some good energy of balancing, give and take, and exchanges during your month. I feel like that. The Devil card is in the position of Ancestor. This is in the position, that's the last card, and you're reading beside your final outcome card. So with the Devil card being in this position, what I feel is that someone who is kind of blind to what's going on around them is being affected in some way where they feel like their energy is being zapped. They may feel like their energy is extremely low, and there's a reason for that. And so this Ancestor is bringing a message in this reading, which says it has to do with cleansing may be needed, or cleansing may need to be done for you this particular month. Or this may have to do with someone's partner. If you have a partner who's experiencing some type of mysterious illness or not feeling their best out of the blue, that could also be why. This Ancestor has a message which states that you need to cleanse your space. Cleanse your thoughts, cleanse your space, but mostly I'm picking up cleansing the house of excess things, changing the vibration in someone's house, especially the corners of the room. Someone may have been sending out negative vibrations, or negative juju by way of negative thoughts, and just using so much energy to wish this person would just not do well. That's how powerful thoughts can be. Some people need, so it's nothing to be afraid of, because all of that can be combated by you offsetting it with positive energy and positive vibration, positive light. So listen to your guides and watch for messages. This Ancestor can also help you if you feel tied to things that you no longer need to be engaged in. Things that may not be as healthy for you as you would like them to be. This could also be someone who's dealing with an unhappy, unhealthy relationship to someone. And this Ancestor can help you to find the strength to clean your area and certain things out of it where certain unhealthy energies really cannot continue to thrive and live in, okay? So there's a message here of getting rid of what no longer serves you here, clearing your space of what's no longer needed, and boosting and uplifting and doing that as far as your thoughts are concerned, and also looking around and actually dealing with the reality, not ignoring it if that's you or someone else is getting that message. Somebody listening to this, the Ancestor says, you don't have to run from what you don't understand, and you don't have to make sense of it either, but cleanse your space, and make room for something new. And I'm going to go back to the card, like I said, about in the finances position, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And again, when I see Ace of Pentacles here, it's a new way of doing things. It's a new opportunity. It's something that someone is excited about doing. And so I feel like you found something that you're excited about doing that will bring in more money for you potentially. And it's not something that's rooted and grounded yet, but it's coming together. So you'll have to bring the pieces together, but you have divine assistance, and this ancestor card is here. So in order for that to, also, you can also assist yourself with bringing things in faster, quicker, by clearing and cleansing your space, perhaps making room for what it is that you say you want, and watch things come together faster, sooner. The final outcome card is the Reach Out card, and it's number 3 is on this card. When I see this, immediately I see 4 hands, and a woman is sitting on one of the hands. She's leaning on one of the hands, and she's actually using one of the hands as a seat, but she's using one of the hands to rest her feet on. For you, it may not be as easy for you to ask for help. You may play the role often of having it all figured out. You may let people feel like you know how to handle your situation. You may not want to change how people see you. You may want people to think you always have it together, when all people need assistance and help. And this is telling you to take action and to have success this month, to reach out to other people and come out of isolation. That's the message the guides say. And allow people to be your friend. Stop being so distant. The more you connect with others, you will find things coming together so much faster. You don't have to do it the hard way, they're saying. So that's the action to take. Was when I see this number 3 Reach Out card, I'm picking up that this is a fire thing. It's about movement, taking action, being proactive in getting the help that you need, and talking to someone who knows more than you do. And this is going to help you with uniting with your passion, your creative spirit. Thank you so much for listening to this month's reading. I do appreciate you. The next thing I want to say again is that do make sure you visit naturallyhighlife.com and sign in, opt in, sign up for the newsletter so you can get my updates. I do have a sale, which I am going to announce to the people who are signed up to my newsletter specifically. So do sign up for that. I do plan on putting that out, especially for the 4th of July, for those people who are signed up for the newsletter. So if you're looking for some type of, a special for what I offer, this would be a good time. I don't typically offer sales as much as I would have liked to, but I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'd like to do some customer appreciation things, so that's what we're doing. Beyond that, schedule a session with me by going to Naturally High Life, doing the Discovery Session questionnaire. Once you check that out, we can schedule something together, and it'll be your choice. Do have a wonderful month. Do let me know how much you like the reading, and leave your comments below. I will be responding to you all. Enjoy your busy month, and give yourselves a really big hug, and know that everything is going to work out just as it should, and it's going to be all right. So keep your head up, and if it's already up, stay up. All right? Peace, love, and light to you. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My name's Sarita Daily on there. The same name that you see on YouTube. You can find me that way. I do have, if you're wondering about my testimonials, just look at the videos and see how things line up there. I do have some on the website as well too. That's all. I'll talk to you then.